Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Two Wins podcast. My name is TD
I am Matsidiso.
and together we are
We are the T twins on the Two Wins podcast.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Guys, please subscribe.
Like, share, and comment.
Okay, there's something I've noticed. I think people love vlogs more than our videos.
Do you think so?
Or is it people who are not on this channel?
Yeah.
Why our vlog has performed so well?
So well, guys.
Yeah.
It's just it's such a huge gap.
It's such a huge gap.
Guys, it means that we have the potential to reach there. But then how come other videos, like these videos, are the ones that we invest time?
Yes.
Yeah. The vlog, wasn't it boosted by maybe the title, because it involved going to Malume Vector's funeral. But still, there is another video that we recorded on our way there. It did not perform the way the vlog performed.
I think they love the vlogs.
Or they just wanted to see what was happening at the funeral. Two things.
Maybe.
I want us to do another vlog
Yes.
and see if it will perform to that capacity.
Yeah.
Then we'll decide whether they like vlogs or they just wanted to see Malume Vector's funeral.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what are we going to talk about today?
Oh, you guys will tell us.
Yeah, they will tell us.
Laba balapha siyazi ukuthi bafuna ubungozi nje.
They want our stories.
They want the stories, so the stories will finish.
Ba batla di-story tsa ga ntse re flop.
Yeah, ba batla di mistakes tsa
Yeah,
rona.
they want our mistakes.
So that you can say, at least
Eh.
I'm not the only one. We are the
And
consolation.
there are those ones who like to say, yo, you guys have seen it all.
I'm
like,
even you, the one who have seen it.
The reason why you are saying
I
this.
think that there will be a specific person whenever they come. Yeah, you guys have been through it, eh? You guys have been through it. Because I'm like you know where you are seated. Like, I've seen worse than this, but because now I can tell them.
and then you know those guys, the men.
Yeah.
When you tell the story of men who do these shady things, I know the one who will come and say, where do you meet these people? I know he's one of them.
Even before they comment, like in my cycle,
Yeah.
my contact list,
Yeah.
when I talk about men who do this, I already know
No.
number one, number two, he's one of those. I'm waiting for his comment to say, because he knows. Guys, the microphone is falling. Because we realize that when we put our microphones here, there is a lot of noise because our necks are very short.
We've got short necks.
Yeah, so when we put them here, they're closer to the mouth. So now I'm trying to put it somewhere here. So every time I move, it comes out.
Okay, talking about the short neck. I wasn't aware that I've got a short neck.
How? I've always known.
I wasn't aware, but then I was always questioning myself, but there's something, man, when I try to wear a scarf, it doesn't sit well, like the scarf. And even like a cap and a hat. Like, what's going on?
And
then
then
I
I saw something neck.
Eh.
Who know to keep bottle neck? You feel squashed.
Like
Yes.
it doesn't sit right, man. So, and then Musa Kaula came into the picture. And then I didn't know that it was an insult. Like, Kikibo forgot it to have a short neck, And then I hear Musa Kaula keep on saying, Lerato with a short neck. And then I look at Lerato and I look at myself, I'm like, no, man.
No. Yeah, there are certain kind of clothes that you can't wear. Like, they don't sit the way they sit on other people.
Yeah.
You look at yourself and like, but this, man, what's going on? And then we have a short neck and renali our shoulders are a bit up. So
yeah. It's not about the shoulders. It's about the neck.
Oh, it's the
it's
neck.
about the neck. So that's why you have to always mind your posture.
The t-shirts,
Yeah.
the t-shirts, like normal t-shirts, especially white t-shirts.
Yeah.
They don't really look good on me.
Is
And
it?
when now you survived because of the breast.
Yeah.
That's why I always get frustrated when you say, let's wear white t-shirts. I'm like,
And I love white t-shirts.
I don't like
with all
white
my
t-shirts
heart.
because of that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, it happened that long time ago, there was this lady who was a next door neighbor to our grandmother. And our grandmother was already very much old. So she had about 5 kids, girls. And then one of her girls, I think the older one, she was a nice girl at that time, a very, very nice girl. And then one of those girls who were not all over the place, you know. But most of the time, we'll find her sitting there with our grandmother. Every time we go visit our grandmother, she'll always be there. So we ended up being that close. And this one will always say, oh, Coco, I need to, you know, ke kwale di festere tsa hao nthonyana tse ka reng bo tseno. So now we understood that, okay, these are good people because it's more like ba katile nkgono wa rona ha re le siko wa bona. Up until rona we found someone to live with our grandmother permanently. We hired someone like a helper to take care of her. But even though it's like that, she still gets bored. She wants people that she knows around here. So the family was struggling a bit. So everything
Not a bit, a lot.
Yeah, they were struggling a lot. So every time that we visited our grandmother, because their yard was divided by
just
a fence. Like you could see them. Like when you opened the door, you were at my grandmother's house, you could just see them.
And
there was no wall.
Facing
the houses were facing. So there was no wall there. We didn't put a wall. It was just a fence. Yeah. So now, these people, realizing that they struggle a lot, because my grandmother will even say, I remember when my cousin that my grandmother loves a lot, early around, the other time I left groceries there. So there was a tray yamahi.
Oh, yeah.
Ha tlaba one phone la tsedi. Wow, tlisetsa mahi a tshwatleile.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, go tlisetsa mahi a tshwatleile ke etsa breakfast for magogo mona mahi ana tshwatleile kaofela ka gae. What are you talking about, Kazi? No, it can't be. Like the whole tray now. Mahi kaofela ka be ke gae. Ke tlise mahi anu mona ke tswa reka, because when I bring groceries, I pass by the shopping center, and those girls, every time that I take out groceries from the car, they will come and help. So I found them as these people who are very helpful when it comes to that. And then, so now, the Kazi got to realize, on the other side, TV, so they go to the kitchen. Even in ba chwatla, so now she's thinking, okay, that tray is still full. So when our cousin comes, then he realizes, no, but we never took offense. We just took it. Nah, it's some of the smaller things that they do because they are struggling. Maybe they needed to eat something. Maybe every time we go there, we should put something aside for them. Because even our grandmother said, what's wrong? Because little spice we share. Little ing we share. Because there was a time where, before the younger kids go to school, because now Tabang's wife was there with our grandmother. She said to us, before these kids go to school,
they take a bath. After bathing,
they come this side and ask for lotion. I'll give them lotion, and they put on lotion, and then they go. So I was like, okay, actually, we are taking care of 2 families right now. So we need to come up with a plan. I was working for this other company, guys. So I was a project manager for this company. So I was managing.
Because I remember before that. Remember when we were working for, I can't remember. Oh, was it still the same company? Because I remember you were working a project in
Yeah, Robertsons.
Yeah.
Yeah, body spice.
The
The
spice. No,
soap.
let me say,
What? Yeah, the Sepa. I was working with Unilever at that time.
right? Yeah, and then we'll bring the boxes, and then it'll be divided.
We'll always divide.
Always divide.
Yeah.
Come on. And then I even remember the other time there was this other guy in the Coca-Cola.
Yes.
And then he would say, hey,
Guys,
come visit me at work. And then we'll go to there, and then we'll find the 2 liters. Like the 2 liters, guys, like the whole Hana ho to kinky crate.
Yeah. Boma 24.
24. Like divide. 12. Yeah.
So now, guys, these people, we find them very helpful, even though they are eating on our grandmother, but we find them very helpful because we can't be there for our grandmother 24/7.
We have
to
to
us, they are security. Happy she doesn't, become miserable. There are kids around her. When she wants something from the shop, she can just say, oh, go and do that. They were helpful like that. We love them now. They become family, So now I'm working for the company. There comes an opportunity. I want to extend or expand a project. So I'm identifying places where I can place brand ambassadors. So I think of her and I'm like, okay, that lady, maybe I could just go around that area and see if I can place 2 people. I already had someone. Remember Zoto was working in that area.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, even her, let me go and do a research and find out if I cannot come up with more clinics and hospitals. Then there was a hiccup. She smokes, she drinks. And now it's sensitive. We are working on a project here, newborn babies and pregnant ladies. You need to be clean. We don't need such things, right? And I sit her down. Like brutal. Ke batho ke sa kgone ho face batho ke ba jwetse dintho tsa bona hantle ke ya kwana le kwana ke re hey what's about project ena yona hle batla motho a ke nganwa my boss this and ha ke mo vietse straight hore woman you need to be clean, you need to maybe quit cigarette a bit, slow down ka yona, because you can't be standing in front of pregnant women or
newborn baby.
Newborn babies. Oh yes, you're right.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say mothers. Even though like a hygiene and you smell cigarette. So thank you so much. I'll make sure that because hey mom begile we are born we are puzwa. So I made sure that on that day when we were interviewing her, and there's quite a lot of people that I did that for. I make sure that I keep my boss busy, right? And I said to her, wait, I'll handle this. I do it on my own.
And your boss, she could tell when someone was a problem, like from the scratch. She was that kind of a person. By just looking at someone, she could tell that this one is going to give us problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she kept saying, Mati, are you sure? Yeah. But this one, I don't really, because she had this, she was very spiritual.
Yeah.
She could see things coming from.
Yeah.
She's
a white person.
Yeah, she's
but
a white lady from Zim.
Yeah, from Zim, but
yeah, because every time you go to a house, you have to take off the shoes. That's one thing that I'm the only one who didn't take, because every time why? In my house, okay, separate the office, because she had an office at home. And so now she's saying, I don't trust her. Are you sure? And then she looks bossy again. Happy she was easily intimidated, so she didn't want people with bigger personalities who will just bully her around. No, it's fine. I will take care of her. It's okay. It's fine. So I make sure that I hired her, we gave her a contract, she was okay. And this is someone who had been saying to me, can you get a job for me? Even if you get me a job as a helper. Yeah. And around that time, helpers were getting roughly 1,500. Now I'm getting a proper job where she's getting not even double that, not even triple that. Like maybe 5 or 6 times what she was getting,
what she was aiming,
what she was aiming for. And at that time, she's gonna work Monday to Friday from 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock. She's at home, Yeah, now, Kaniti, she worked, she was okay. In the beginning, she's fine. I can see now the situation is changing at home. They are able to do things,
Yeah.
you know. The kids now are becoming cleaner and cleaner. You know what money does?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's a decent family. We are still okay, guys. No problems at all.
Yeah.
But they still take care of our grandmother. They never changed.
Yeah, they
we are
never
fine. Up until when? Oh, the other time she was starting to drink a lot on weekends. Now she was keeping work on Mondays.
Yeah.
Now I get the reports on Mondays. Lo mfazi lo, she doesn't come to work. Then when I get the report from my assistant, now she wants to report it. Now I'm in between. I'm thinking, if my boss hears of this, and from will go now, she's gone. And when she's gone, now this is a problem to my grandmother again. And also, I don't want that embarrassment, because in that area, I chose her. And there's quite a lot of people who came to us and said, oh, now Banile Joang. Because you know, as here we've been coming to you guys and asking if you could help us. You just chose her.
Yeah, because I
Why?
remember others were even saying, you chose a drunkard. So like, nah, but people can change, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's what they were saying. A lot of them were actually jealous of her.
Yeah.
But, so I didn't want to give them that thing. I protected and protected and protected. Because the other lady who was also working in the same area, she came to me and say, the nurses are complaining that she smells too much of cigarettes. And then every time, I remember the other time she came to the meeting on a Friday, and her shirt was very dirty. Yeah, it wasn't a pleasant look at all. Yeah, so since I came like I side, hi man, hey, so ke my assistant, let's just go easy on her. Get like fix and no problem, guys. So that was it. So it happened that that company that we are working for lost the contract, guys. When they lost the contract, we all lost our jobs. Like, we got retrenched, all of us. Yeah, but then they were the first, the brand ambassadors were the first ones to be stopped, like to leave. So I was still like, so I don't understand this woman. She understands, because I remember even when they lost their job, the ambassadors, we tried to come up with something,
like
pitch for contracts, and see if we can get, because we were feeling bad for all of them. So many people
are losing
guys,
jobs.
I've seen these people's lives change, transform before my eyes. Because you know, when you meet people for the first time, even those ones who were staying in provinces, the first time I met them, when we gave them training, the second time they came around in 6 months, they were different people. Different people who can say, now and I'm quite happy. Look at these people. Now some of them, they can take their kids to better schools. They can do this. So now it was after 5 years when they lose this contract. I worked with them. They are now my family. Even they don't even have to say, Kimali Mama, I already know them. Some of them I will go and do the visit to the province. I remember, but goodness, they will take me to their homes. So so now, after losing this job, she went back to being a drunkard again, like I don't know hardcore like that. All 6 months after, was it 6 months or a year?
Yeah, we're going to build.
Yeah, we're going to build something at our grandmother's house. At that time, our grandmother has passed
away.
The
grandmother passed away.
But then our grandmother passed away when she was still working with us.
Yes. So everything was still good. All was still good.
Yeah, all was still good. And then now, I think we went there a year or two after our grandmother passed away. Yeah, that's 2013.
Okay.
January 2013. It was the 5th of January in 2013.
Yeah, 2013,
Yes. And then, now she lost her job in end of 2013.
Oh, yeah.
End of 2013. Then we went there to go and start that project.
Yeah.
In 2015.
Yeah.
Yes. So now, guys, when we get there, we're thinking, she's still our security. This is the person that we know.
Yeah, because remember when we went there to start this project, we even asked the guy who was staying there to take out everything, like the old furniture.
Yes.
And the
yes.
stuff.
And the stuff.
Yeah. Because I remember some of the things the guy even gave them to her. Like most of the things, like in her house, it was they were coming from our grandmother's
But there was
house.
beef. I remember there was beef in there because she
there were
said
some couches and they were still very new. So we
Yes.
said to the guy, sell those couches. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the beef
Yes.
started right there.
Yes, and she went and she complained to the guy.
Yeah.
Actually, why are we
selling
selling the couch
instead of
giving it to her?
Yeah.
We have given
Yeah.
her so many
So
things.
many, even the curtains.
Yeah, I think we spoiled her to the
Yeah.
point where she had this entitlement.
Entitlement,
Yeah,
yeah.
now we are supposed to give her everything.
Yeah.
Like even the house itself.
Yeah.
Because remember, our grandmother passed, and I think our cousin stayed there for about 6 months.
Yeah.
We told you in another video that he moved to Kwakwa,
yeah.
and then he left that house with that
The
guy
guy.
who's a stranger, but he was just living there with
Yeah.
everything that's inside
Yeah.
the house. So now, because she is more attached to us more than this guy. She was controlling
the
this guy. Whatever that she wanted inside this house, she will do it.
Because I remember even the blanket, they will just come and say, it's winter now. And then they will come and get the blankets.
Yes. That's they did whatever that they like.
Like that house belonged
to them. So I think at the back of her head, she
she
believed that one day this is going to be my house. They
Yeah.
have left me with this house and they are not gonna come back and do whatever.
Yeah.
And this is my house. Because she started being funny
After
we went there to do some work, like to show her this is still our house.
Yeah.
That's where the beef started.
So guys, as we told you in another video that at some point we wanted to do some shisanya. So that's the
that's the thing that we wanted to do
we
there.
wanted to do there.
Yes,
Shisanya.
Chisanyama there. It's in the township.
Isn't it?
So remember, guys, we told you that there was a fence
Yeah.
that was dividing
Yeah.
her house and her house. So every time we come out of the house, she's standing there, and then she will just, this conversation. So she wanted being in control, to know everything that we are doing, where we are going. Every time we come with something, like holding something, she should see so that we feel guilty. And look, now we actually felt guilty. Or now they are looking at us. When you come with ice cream, you need to share because they are looking at you.
Yeah.
So now we decide to build a wall. Now it became a huge problem.
that was a huge
Why
thing.
are we building this wall? Like our fight, our
But
misunderstanding.
guys, you can't run a business and there's no wall. Like it wasn't like to
it was not to spite her.
Privacy, because we didn't have a problem with that, even though she was
Hi, but
shading
then
us
it
how
was
we
too
are not
much.
married.
But so it was too much. Every time you come out of the house, she's standing there like somebody already sees you.
And guys, remember, we live in the suburbs, so we are used to privacy.
Privacy, yes.
So
Even though you remember at my house in Puerto Rico,
there
was this white guy. That white guy. Look, I stopped using my kitchen door
because he was always standing
the
there.
kitchen door, and then his house had some kind of stairs, and then he was always there by the sliding door in the front. His front door
was
facing my kitchen door.
Yeah.
So every time I come out, that guy will say something, and he was very shady. I remember the other time when I came with my helper. Remember, shady.
Oh, okay.
Rilebile,
Oh, yes.
because Rilebile is very short.
Yeah.
Because when she first came to work with me as my helper, she looked very young.
Yeah.
Because she was still tiny and she's short, and then I know.
Yeah, this is
child
child
abuse.
labor.
And we said this man.
And then he called her, hey, come here.
Come here. Hey.
Aren't you supposed to
Be at school. Yeah. That guy used to piss me off,
Yeah.
He used to piss me off. Like every time I know he's standing there and he wasn't working. He was forever there.
Always
there at home. So now this is the same situation with this lady now. You open the door, she's here. You go, you bring some stuff. I remember even the cool drinks from Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
The plan was not to
wasn't the
give them.
plan.
It wasn't.
To give
We were to keep them. They don't expire. You gave them half because they were looking at you like this. Like every time they look at you like that, like you feel guilty. Because I think it's the same thing that happened to my grandmother as well.
Yeah.
But then with them, because every time you open the boot, they are here helping you.
Yeah.
You know you have to share.
Yeah.
So now, guys, we go there, and this lady now, the day we decided to because I remember she had I want a line, washing line.
No, yeah, like it was not like a proper one.
It's
She
just
did
that
it herself. Yeah. And then she took this strata, Kenya roofing.
Yeah.
She attached it to her own roof,
yeah.
and then it went
all the way to our
our
grandmother's room. Yeah. So
That was funny.
It looked weird, but we couldn't say anything because she was in control.
Yeah.
Actually, she owned these two houses.
Yes.
In her head, this was her house.
Yeah.
Yeah, she owned two houses. So now, let her and guys, like laundry, washing line, this line and comes to our grandmother's yard like that. So now we build in this wall. It's a problem.
It's a problem.
That day.
But at some point I was like, why did we do that? I regret. At some point, because now everything changed. Like life became hard. Like, we're miserable, and I felt like, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Maybe we shouldn't have built this wall because
we never promised her
anything about the couches. She didn't say anything
she didn't say to us.
She only complained to the guy, but then we pretended like we didn't know anything and we're still cool. So because even when she was shading us about not being married and everything, like we just went
laughed it off.
Okay, cool. We didn't say anything.
Yes. Yeah. So now, guys, we're inside the house, right? So these guys who are building the wall, they just went straight to that thing. They pull it down. She started making noise. So what the hell is happening? What are you doing to but mama, we were instructed to build a wall. So now what's gonna happen here? I remember the guys also, they asked for the fence.
Oh yes, they asked for it.
The guy who was building. The guy who was building asked for the fence, right? And we said it's okay. And then that's when she approached us and she was like, what the hell? This is my fence. Hey! But we are building a wall for you. Like, this is the wall between us and her. It means we share this wall. Now already she doesn't have, the burden of building the wall because it's already there. Hi, guys. Yasugalap. How can we give this fence to somebody else because it belongs? We try to apologize. Okay, it's fine. We understand. We were sharing this wall. But then the guy who was building said to her, but you guys were sharing this fence, right? But the fact that they are building the wall, it means the fence belongs to them. They can give it to whoever that they want to give it to. Because already they have built a wall. She couldn't accept anything, guys. Anything. The woman was flabbergasted that day.
That's when
she started insulting us. Bafunani lapha, bafunani, asibafuni. Mabahlala khona le masawo. They don't belong here. What are they doing here? And then we're trying to tell them, hey, guys, but do you guys understand that this is our grandmother's house? And our grandmother left us with this house. And they couldn't understand. But little my thing. Hey. Because even if we claim a thing, this is our inheritance.
Everything in that house
belongs
like
to
we
us.
did everything. Like guys, no one even contributed a cent towards that house, towards the furniture, like blanket, from the blanket, everything.
We got tired of the insults. We tried to let us defend ourselves. We said 2 or 3 words. She became worse. You know, she insulted us with everything of ours. She insulted us. She mentioned even our relatives in Tembisa. She mentioned, that's when we got to realize, she mentioned people that we didn't even know that she knew.
Yeah.
She said something about during our grandmother's funeral. Hey, there were people who were complaining, saying that we didn't give them enough food.
Yeah.
The way we are so
Yes,
selfish.
the way we are stingy.
How guys, like everything about her was a stinginess.
Yeah.
You know that person that you like, you have been giving them everything to the point whereby they think that when you came to this world to give them, to take care of them, to give, because she was taking. And then the sad part is that we never complained, guys. Even when they broke all the eggs in our grandmother's kitchen, we never complained. Even when she brought her kids to come and put lotion in our grandmother's house, we never complained. So now, guys, now we're starting to be miserable because this is the only person who's closer to us. And the way she's insulting us, everybody in that area, they believe whatever she says, because she's the closest person to us. She's the person who knows us. She started saying,
she's the person who has even been to
our house.
Yeah.
And then laba ungaboni bahlala ema-flat, and we never stayed in flats, because not according to me, when you talk about ama-flat, and you're talking about my hill, bro, like you can't say yes, we have stayed in apartments, like in the suburbs, not in town.
No, not in town.
Now she was saying it as if
I've never stayed in a flat.
Are we saying batsufetse manje, batsufetse, they are out of fashion, like batsufetse. Arekona ibosi yethu imqoshile lo umsebenzi uqoshiwe makanje. Guys, she is insulting me of being fired from work. Guys, my work is where I worked for 5 years, and I made sure that this, like, I think she worked for 3 or 2.5. And I created a position for her in that company. I employed her because kinekile superior ya high in this company. I employed her. I made sure that I protected her. Even when my boss said, this one I make, like, guys, I'm the one who did her CV, you know, so that it can be acceptable. But now, sekathuka mina ukuthi uqoshiwe lo.
Yeah.
Life is so funny.
Yeah.
Actually, guys, she will go up and down. And then she was saying to people, Rona, we've been up and down with Nigerians. I'm so sorry about Nigerians and all of that. I don't have any issues with Nigerians, but I have never dated a Nigerian guy. And my sister too. Have you ever dated?
Not even approached by one. I think with Nigerians, they've got a type.
Me too, I think they've got a type.
They think these ones are not the one.
Yes. Now there was one Nigerian guy and he was a nice guy. The only thing, remember, I was telling you about this guy. When we were doing, remember the other time when we started doing sunglasses, they will came because I had no the shipment. I went to Alberton because I remember I went to Alberton because of this company that was doing engraving.
Oh yes,
there were samples. I got my samples. And then I wanted them to be
there.
engraved in Alberton.
Yes.
So I met this guy along, Alberton area.
Yeah.
And then he told me that he does import and export, right? Yes. So now at that time, I was working with this Italian company that was doing sunglasses. And I was like, I've got a shipment coming soon. From Italy, you know how it goes and all of that. And I said, no, I can even clear it for you.
Yeah.
You know, I can help with that. So we became friends because of that. And he wanted me. So the other time he asked me out, went on a date here in Cedar Square. He brought his friend. I think I was with this guy for about 10 minutes. The other guy arrived, his friend, and they started speaking in their own language. Then I felt uncomfortable. That was the end of it. Yeah, so I've never dated a Nigerian guy. Never. So she was busy telling people, bakatwa ngama Nigerian.
Yeah,
UK, New York, overseas.
Guys, now I've never been to UK, even New York, I've never.
Yeah, we've never
So
been
this
to
lady
UK.
was saying, "Besihamba nama."
Airport one.
That's a flex.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
thinking of it,
Yeah. Abahamba
I wish.
Nigerian bakwele yonke indawo masazi bafunani la. Bana hi guys.
They were saying to us,
Hamba.
"Hambani."
I was traumatized by those kids because I understand the mother is a drunkard. She will go up, come back drunk, and she will insult. Like we lock ourselves inside the house. We don't want to hear this noise. We play the music. Warasa, yo. Warasa, and she makes a lot of noise. Yeah, but Petra is stress. Marat is stress. Are depression.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Gym. Yeah, but stress. Yeah, gym. It's not like we want to lose weight. And the other time she said, "Oh, no, what did she say? How like, and she was always listening to us. How are fake. But I would say fake laughter.
Yeah,
Fake laughter. And then the other time, that one hits me so bad. Harry, they were abusing their grandmother. Like I'm starting to ask myself questions. Did our grandmother say we were abusing her?
because
Guys,
like, where is this coming
Guys,
from?
even our mother knows, right? There is still a link. There is a mother between us and our grandmother. But our mother is always grateful for how we took care of our grandmother. Even our friends, they all know.
Everyone, even that community.
Yes. Because they know how we took care of our grandmother. Guys, I said I'm not gonna. I'm so sorry, but when it comes to this, I always say, how now she was cursing us. Because their grandmother is not happy. We say our grandmother is not happy because abuse. No,
Guys,
you know, someone will insult you and say things, and then you start.
You also
is there another me somewhere else who was doing these things, or have I forgotten? Then I come back to the house and I ask Sidiso, so let's sit down. Wait, let's talk about this. What is it that this woman is saying? I remember, like, let's take it from way back, from the time our grandmother started, being older and not being able to do things for herself. Because it started as our grandmother taking care of us, to us taking care of our grandmother. When did all of this happen? Because she was eating because our grandmother was eating. The reason why she had food always, it's because of our grandmother. It's because we made sure that our grandmother doesn't lack anything. That's why she was so closer to our grandmother, because she knew we will be there. And the reason why we kept her closer, it's because of our grandmother. If we didn't care about our grandmother, she wouldn't get all these favors that she got from us, because we were all saying, as long as our grandmother is happy with them, that's okay. Well, now we had no business being in her life. But this woman, guys, she insulted us in such a way that, and then she started telling us how ugly we are. But she said,
she said, I remember one of her kids said, they were buying their grandmother no name brands.
I think it does happen sometimes when you go to Pick and Pay. Even me, at my own house, there are certain things that I will buy and no name. Like no name means Pick and Pay brand. It's not a no name. It's a Pick and Pay brand. I will buy an in-house brand. When I go to Checkers, I will buy the Checkers brand.
Because to me, it doesn't even click.
It doesn't.
So no.
Because sometimes when you buy, let's talk about. I think the most common no name that we can talk about is the beans. Those baked beans.
A lot of people love the Pick and Pay.
The Pick and Pay. Because there's cool. Sometimes you find that in other things, the Pick and Pay one can even be more expensive than the cool ones. So I could say, they will check, maybe but they didn't like. Poor people. It's the mentality of poor people. They look at stupid things and say, okay, because now it's a Pick and Pay brand.
it
It
means
must
it's
be
cheap.
cheaper.
Yeah.
They are like that. It depends on which one you like. Now I always test them.
Because I remember even with bread,
Yes.
you know, underprivileged people, I don't like to use the word poor, but poor
Sometimes
is
they are poor. Poor is poor.
They believe that when you eat brown bread, you are poor.
Yeah. Yes.
Guys,
What did you say about this friend of your someone who met your husband and the sugar?
Oh, the sugar,
Yeah.
yeah. So my husband says they were somewhere and like they were using sugar, right?
Yes.
And then he took one spoon.
One spoon.
Half. At all. The reason why he took sugar is because there was no honey.
Yeah.
So he took half the spoon of sugar. And some guy approached him and said, "Are you a rich guy?" And then my husband was like, "Why are you asking me that?" He said, "No, because I noticed that you took half
a
the spoon of sugar. I know rich people don't like sugar, but poor people, when they see sugar,
Yeah.
they go for 5.
I need to get 5 because at my house I don't have sugar. So now that this person has got sugar here, I need to make sure that I put 5 spoons.
Yeah.
5.
Because I remember there was this other cousin of ours also who came to our place, and then when she went back to the township, she told people that we are not that rich because we were eating brown bread.
Yes. Yes, that's what she said. That's what she said. She said, Hona, the way we struggle so much that we eat brown bread. Yes. Yes.
Guys, I can't remember the last time I ate white bread because I find it not helpful. Bread as a whole. But
one thing I know,
I can eat. But when I decide to eat bread, I eat brown bread. She doesn't even know the taste of white bread. Yeah.
Not that, you know, that incident, Yagalo Mamalo, it changed my view of other people. It changed how I treat people. Like, I started caring for myself only. Like, no. I was the nicest person in the whole world. I would put my head on the block. Yes. I'll think of other people. Every time I see, when they say, maybe even when they say, "Hey, Masidiso, there is a million here facing you," I wouldn't think of what I'm going to do with this million. I will think, maybe I can give so and so 10,000. Maybe I will give so and so. Like, I wouldn't put myself first. I will. But that incident, you know, that job, Yaka EGMS, because I created opportunities for so many people. Today we're talking about it. There were still others that we're going to talk about. So it showed me, it showed me because she would even ask me, my boss, you behave like you've got kids. Why don't you just think about yourself? What's going on with you? An opportunity. You want to bring everyone. Every day I was thinking, well, who can I help? Like, I've done so many things. Some of the things that I can't even talk about because I'll be in trouble, to help other people, risking my life to help other people. Even today, when you ask me where they are at, they are the ones who will be like, the time they think that when you have fallen, they are the ones who are going to laugh hard. Yeah. And one thing about
even that instance, because we didn't go and announce to people who we are here to start a business. So they thought we went there because we were desperate, we were fallen, we have lost things and all of that. So that's what they thought. And then that's why they started treating us like that. Yeah. And honestly even this same person who we found in the house, because we said to him, now, because we didn't know, like, where's the guy from? Does he have his own place now that we're here? We said to him, no, it's fine.
We even said, when we finish with this project, you are going to manage this project. It's fine, because at some point we wanted to change and say, okay, let's just build the room, whatever. And then we were planning that he will live in another room as a caretaker in this whole thing.
Yeah, but he also turned on us.
Sorry guys, we ran out of storage.
Yeah, so this guy Naye, the one that our cousin left there to take care of the house, the one that we said, no,
you don't have to go. You can still stay even after we finish our project. Why?
Hey,
Why are you
Alfred.
laughing? Alfred, you're gonna be the caretaker.
Yeah.
Already. Because even the guy who was building was his brother. He's the one who brought everyone, the plumber,
Yes,
Was,
everyone.
yeah. So this other time, remember the guy stays there and he's got the key, because there were some other things that we kept there in the house. I remember there were some shoes and some clothes. So I was working for this other company in the holdings. So during World Cup 2010, they made us national team T-shirts, but they had the company logo in the holdings and their logo and everything. So it was clear that this is my T-shirt, and the clothes disappear. There's no first entry, there's nothing, but the stuff is not there. There's a box full of books that we kept there. There was even like a photo frame.
Photo frames,
old pictures of us.
Yes, and some school certificates.
Yeah,
for
some
the
school
family.
certificates for the family. So these things, they just disappear. And we're like, what's going on? So it was raining that day. So we could see like these people were pushing, pick it up, dustbin. They used the dustbin to carry this stuff. Okay, cool. We trace this thing and we go to this other woman's house. We follow the wheels until we get some old woman's house. And there's a lot of kids there.
Honestly speaking, we wouldn't think of doing that. Alfred is the one who said.
Yeah,
he went outside. I can't things have disappeared inside the house. Like he acts all angry. Hey, what these people? I remember him saying today they will understand. And then he comes back as if he's on our side. He's helping. And then he says, I found them. I followed those things. Follow the wheels until they. But like honestly speaking, when things have disappeared in your house, will you just think of following the wheels? I don't know, maybe in the township that's what I do, but I wouldn't think of that. But he comes here, we're thinking, oh, he's genius. You know, we need to find out. You know, the planet I think he somehow felt guilty, but he had sent someone to come take the stuff. Yes. So now we get there, and then we asked to go inside this house, and now I've sorted everything. Just demand to go in. I don't know anything. Hey, someone, they're trying to be rude. And then they go outside, they see our car. Rich. You have to feel guilty. Now they are saying you are rich. Now, what is it that you want? You cannot come here and demand your stuff because they've just labeled you rich. Guys, to prove it was our stuff. Like,
we found that same box.
The box with our pictures.
But the clothes were not there.
Yeah,
remember?
The clothes were not there.
The clothes, I think they were taken by
Mogai. We didn't find any clothes. It was
just the box.
They realized that this box is useless. It was useless to them because it was old books, photo frames, certificates. Yes.
Yeah, and guys, these people are saying this is not our box. We opened the box and there's a picture of us in the box. It's framed. A framed picture.
The names on the certificates.
The names on the certificates. It's our names. But these people are still saying Siabasuge. I was like, yeah, now I'm defeated.
And now it was just a week after the woman was fighting with us. So you see now it's enemies and enemies. So now it's appearing as if we are a problem in this community. Now we just came here and we became a problem. And the only thing we could do is to go there, do our thing and go. Come back, do our thing. But that period while we are there, it's a problem to them.
Because we couldn't even finish the project because we'll buy 10 cement. When we come back, it's only 5. They have stolen 5. Because, it's delaying the, this.
Went as far as stealing door frames. You buy door frames, like you're building, they take them. The other time, the very same guy, the Enwa, who was living in our Cranny's house,
that time, because I remember I went to Southgate, Builders Warehouse or something, with her to get the quotations, with him, to get the quotations. I remember I put 100 rands. I wonder how to tell him. It was just me and him in the car, and that money disappeared. And now everything is sensitive because you cannot argue with him. It's you because you are counting. This one hates me. This one hates me. This one hates. It was just a mess.
It was
The other ones, they came and they stole the TVs. The other time we came back and they had stolen everything.
Remember, but before then, that's when he walked past the house wearing that same
t-shirt.
that got stolen with the other stuff, the part or the shoes and everything. And I think he sold those shoes because they were high heels. I remember there were like 6 pairs of high heels, 3 of mine and 3 of yours.